Hey guys, Pejman Gadimi here.
It was at this moment Pejman knew he fucked up.
Coming down for exotic car hacks, trying to slide down. I'm kind of stuck, I'm too fat, I think. Yeah, look, it's not working. It's fucking on my shirt too. This is like dreading. I don't even know how kids do this shit and don't hurt their asses coming down. This is terrible. To the... God. This is awful being so fat. You guys have called me fat in my videos before, and I'm hurt, but I can see that coming down the slide, made for a tiny fat kid, I am highly overweight. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna try to get my ass off this thing. Welcome back to Exotic Car Hacks. We're gonna fucking talk about cars today, and not my fat ass coming down a slide. And we're gonna talk about the new McLaren 570S, the latest car I just got, which is actually a really slim, sexy type of ass, not like my ass. And we're about to go check it out and understand all about the car and how incredible it is with the doors going up. You're gonna get to understand why a car that actually comes alive when you put it in track mode and actually really feels like a little bitch when it's in automatic mode. So we're gonna go get a little bit of taste of that. No more slides, man, but this is a bad idea. I'm going really bad on this. Anyways, let's go do that. Alright, so anyways, let's go see some cars. Let's not fucking worry about this slide thing. Let's just edit that out, you know, cut that out. He's probably gonna fuck me and leave it in the video anyways, but it's okay. Let's just go see this McLaren. I want you guys to get a good feel for this car because I just bought this car. I actually posted in the exoticcarhacks.com group with the check. I was doing the live buying of the car. You know, I bought it cash. It's an incredible vehicle. I tell you how I feel about the McLaren market. I feel like it's a really weird market. They launch a lot of cars all the time, which makes it weird to understand where values are going. I decided to take a chance from the sake of teaching you guys something, just because it's important for you guys to actually learn all about, you know, exotic cars and everything, and the fucking bugs are like killing the car. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, this is my Maserati GT, which you've seen in some of the videos before. My brand new McLaren 570S, fully loaded with the track pack, super rare edition, and full carbon features, which we're gonna go over and really get a feel for. And my one-of-a-kind, very, very rare and loving main wife, my Aston Martin Vanquish Volante, carbon white edition, super rare with the actual carbon fiber badging spec. So I wanted you to get a good taste of this because we're going to talk cars today, and we're going to cover in depth the McLaren 570S primarily, with giving you a beautiful visual of some of these other cars. I love Exotic Car Hacks because it allows me to get in all of these cars, keep them all, enjoy them, and not lose any money, and in many cases actually make money. I think on the McLaren I'm going to make about 10 grand. On this car I have about 10K up, and on the Maserati I definitely have like 15K up. So I wanted you guys to get a feel for this. I wanted you to see it. We're filming some other videos here earlier, but let's get into the McLaren 570 and let's break down why the McLaren 570S could be probably one of the greatest track cars ever made for the street.
What it do?
Okay guys, here we are. Look at this sick fucking key. I love it. It's very tiny, it's very exciting, it's very carbon fiber, and it's not as cool as forged carbon like on the Aston Martin badges, but it's definitely cool to have a carbon key, and it gives it a lot of class and elegance, especially when it's sitting there, because people think this is a Nike symbol instead of a McLaren symbol. So here we are with the new McLaren 570S. This is a 2016 570S. Very, very, very well loaded. We're going to look at all the options. This also has the very rare track package, which gives it the very expensive bucket seats in full carbon, as well as a lot of carbon fiber throughout. So we're going to really get to experience this car today together. But one of the things I want to share with you today is that with the McLaren 570S, something immediate that comes in like that you just don't expect. Is A, we're talking about a car that new is about $250,000, especially like this one here, fully loaded, but starts at about 200. Most McLaren 570 models on the market are about 220, 230K. This one's about 250. But the thing here is we're talking about a lot of car for 250 being brand new. And with the McLaren line always changing and staying limited production, we really don't know where these values are going. But what we do know is that it's a lot of car for 250. You've heard me complain a lot about the Lamborghini Huracan being a 300K piece of shit, meaning having a lot of plastic everywhere. And it's the complete opposite with this car. You have a lot of technology, you have a lot of beauty, you have a lot of coolness, and you have all this, but you're really, really not stuck with a car that's, how do you say, you're really not stuck with a car that is ordinary and that kind of blends in and that just looks like you're paying for the badge. You have a lot of coolness and you have a lot of greatness in a very affordable package for what it is. Many of you will say it's not affordable, but if you're following our strategies at Exotic Car Hacks, then you know that if you're getting in and out for the exact same dollar, then you didn't pay any money for it. But again, so in this case, I think the first thing that comes to mind when I think McLaren 570S is it's just fucking cool. And it's a lot cooler than some of the other cars I've owned before because it has not only this incredible design, it looks like a spaceship, and not only looks like a spaceship, but right just staring at it, you see a lot of cool edges, you see incredible carbon fiber, the carbon composite brakes, and then look through here, this is incredible. Even I can put my whole hand through here, like this whole 3D panel door is like insane, it's really cool. Going around it, we notice immediately, you know, the Corsa race tires, with the stealth package having all the black tips and everything, carbon fiber everywhere. I mean, we see beautiful carbon fiber here, beautiful carbon fiber diffuser, carbon fiber roof. Again, you know, carbon fiber follows throughout and follows the form everywhere. And I think one of the things with this car is it's an absolute must with this car is to have the complete carbon pack. I mean, the carbon mirrors, the carbon diffuser, it's a must because it just makes the experience so much more special. So I want to give you a taste of what these are like. But I mean, look at this. The carbon fiber follows all the way down to the floor. Carbon on the inside to prevent your ass from hitting the carpet. And then, of course, beautiful carbon shelled bucket seats, which look insane, and carbon trim on the inside as well. So like you just see that the carbon work is so dominant throughout the car. And again, look at this, it looks so cool. Like the doors go up, it's just exciting. It's an exciting car all around, and it's fucking fast. Now, it's really fast. But I want to, you know, and I know that the question is going to come up, well, do you love it as the best car you've ever owned? And the answer is no, but I'm going to tell you why. But this car right here, I mean, when you're looking at it, has just got so much cool factor. It's a showpiece. It's a great conversation starter. It's an incredible driving experience, and it's really one of those cars that deserves respect, even if you're not a McLaren fan. And the thing with McLaren and the public perception is that McLaren's very new as a car, so a lot of people simply don't know or understand how McLaren's work to begin with, meaning they're just not as alert or aware of the McLaren brand, what it stands for. Half the people think this is a fucking P1. It's not a P1, it's not a $2 million car. But nonetheless, it has all of the same cool ingredients that make the P1 cool to the general public. Obviously not to car enthusiasts. I know it's not a P1, you know it's not a P1. But the average people on the street who live in cities and don't see these cars every day, are not jaded like I am being in the kind of auto industry all the time and buying cars. Those guys think these cars are like $1 million cars, and they look it. That's the benefit. You see, with the Huracan Lamborghini, the badge makes you think it's $1 million. With this car, it's in the details. I mean, just look at that. It's like fucking glorious, right? Like it's a glorious, beautiful piece of art, very similar to the Aston, which is why I love the Aston, because it's sex and art on wheels, right? The thing with this car, though, is that it is also British. So I keep fucking saying this. British people know how to make cars. The Bentleys are hot, the McLarens are beautiful, and the fucking Astons are art. So it's just, I mean, it goes like the British people know how to build cars. The interiors are flawless and covered in leather, not that plastic shit that was in the Huracan. And you know what? Fine. You said that Italians know how to make cars go fast. This thing will fucking smoke a Huracan. Stock for stock, this thing's faster, and it's cheaper, and it's prettier. So there you go. There is no reason why Lamborghini can't make a car like this. There is no reason Lamborghini can't make a car that is just as good, just as fast, and just as pretty, other than the fact that they want to take your money and don't give two shits about anything else other than their profits. So that's why I always said the Huracan is a car to sell, like marketing. This car is a true enthusiast car that is true to its roots of being born on the track. And here's the incredible part about the track. I'll tell you this, and then we're going to go inside and take a look at it, take a look at the features and the coolness. But the cool thing about the track is that this car actually drives really odd when it's in normal daily driving mode. People say you can daily this, it's more of a McLaren's usable GT car. I disagree. I don't think it's a daily driver at all. I mean, potentially not in the configuration I have here with the track seats, but I just don't think it's in any sense of the way a daily car. And I'll tell you why. It's extremely hard to get in and out of with or without the seats. And it's extremely not, while your back doesn't hurt, it's not uncomfortable, but it's not user-friendly, meaning it's not like so easy to navigate and be on your phone while you're listening to the radio or changing things or trying to understand where the AC is. It takes alertness and awareness to be able to navigate in a McLaren. And what I mean by that is you can't just jump in the car when you've never driven it and kind of get it. But you can jump in a Maserati never having driven one and just get it. Like you can just know. That's what makes a daily driver to me. It's the ability to lend your car to your friend and not worry that he's going to destroy it just because he doesn't understand how a Maserati works. Because a Maserati is very much like a car versus a McLaren is very much like a supercar. Even though I understand this is like the entry level kind of exotic, not really supercar territory, it still has that same feeling and essence as a supercar. And I absolutely love it for that. But when you put it in normal automatic mode, when you drive the shit down the street, it drives like complete shit. It idles a little bit rough. The AC throws off all these fans and shit in the car that make it really loud and uncomfortable. But here's what happens. You put the active management system on, you drop it in sport or track mode, and it fucking comes alive. It's incredible, the power, the shifter, the way it just wants to go. The idle stabilizes perfectly, and the car is ready to fuck shit up. I love that about the car. It stays true to its essence. It doesn't try to be everything. It's not an Aston, it's not a Bentley, it's not a Huracan, it's a McLaren. And you really know it when you understand how to use a McLaren on a racetrack for what it was built for, precision. So now let's get in the car and see some of the really cool features that are here with the car itself. Okay guys, so look at this. We got carbon here, we got carbon there on the inside of the car, we got carbon here at the bottom, and this is why I don't think it's a daily driver, because what happens is, with all this carbon, look, this is part of the bottom of the car, meaning it's gonna get destroyed if you daily drive. It's gonna get all fucked up all the time. And so, you know, for being a supercar, unless you got really deep pockets and you just don't give a shit about how fucked up things get, it's just bad. But now let's look at how to actually get in the car. You gotta sit on this little latch, you gotta get in here, and then get your ass in here. Look at how crammed you are. And then you're in the car. You would think it's easy to get in and out of, and I know earlier we noticed what a fat ass I was, so it might be difficult to go down a slide. But even in this case, I'm very comfortable in this car. It's very supportive, it's very nice, there's a lot of headroom, there's a lot of comfort here. And again, you know, like you got your seat belts here, very, you know, tasteful orange, not too much orange on the inside of the car. Very, very clean, very well done. Big fan so far of the interior. We'll look at all the carbon here, the incredible LED and a full digital display. Carbon fiber on the steering wheel everywhere, carbon fiber surround here, all the audio and the incredible navigation system that does everything very well. The problem remains though with the very well is that it becomes very difficult to actually navigate things from one side to another. And so I want to show you some of these buttons here so you can kind of understand how the McLaren really works. Like I was saying before my video guy fucked this up, here's the carbon steering wheel with the full digital display. You want to cut this too? Yeah, I didn't think so. Anyways, and we have these vents and everything, and we have this beautiful iris system and then the center console. Now, with the McLaren, things to consider is that this center console pretty much controls anything and everything about the car itself. So we're going to turn it on so you get a good gauge for how things work. And again, we're going to see here that it's going to struggle a little bit. You hear that kind of and it's happening because the car just doesn't like to be an automatic. This is weird fucking thing. I don't know why it does that, but it works really well when it goes in track mode. Again, when you switch, you got your pillar, you know, fully adjustable like a normal car. Your McLaren management system, which is still the Iris model. Here, I don't see, again, no glove box or anything, which makes it bizarre. Shmi, in his edition, had a glove box on the 570. We don't, which is kind of weird. Here, you have your cup holder, completely kind of useless, but at least you have one that holds your drink in place, something that was not available in the Huracan one bit. And then here we look, like I said, everything here in the middle is managed here. This is your power mode. It goes to track, sport, and normal. And this is your track mode from normal, sport, and track for the suspension, and the other one's for the transmission. Now the way you activate this is you hit this active button first, and it activates the opportunity for you to change all these different modes, you know? Now, the benefit of what happens here, though, that a lot of people don't know, is when you are here on normal, you're looking at this screen here that is completely normal. You see this LED screen looks completely N, right? We're seeing this, everything looks normal. Now when I go to sport, look at this. It's gonna change what it's displaying for you, showing you what's available. But now when we go to track, things get completely different, giving you a full race view like a real F1 race car. So giving you all that and all the pressure, and then we go back to sport, and again, the same thing happens when you go with the different switches in the actual setting for the suspension as well. So again, just giving you more view on what matters and only what matters. Here we also have the launch control button and the automatic mode for, you know, when the auto shuts off the car to preserve gas on normal automatic, you can shut that off because it's annoying as fuck. The forward, neutral, and reverse, and of course the lights. Here we'll find very, very limited space, and again we will find some USB ports. Again, no CD player in this model, just everything. It does have a hard drive. You can connect Bluetooth and download songs directly into it, and everything here, like I was saying, not very practical. I mean, to go look to here, we're going on the AC unit. You know, we have the AC up and down, whatever. But then to go temperature up, you have to hit all these buttons, and it takes so long. There's no knob to immediately go there. And then this tells you that it's for the front. This tells you that it's for the bottom. Like, it's just complicated. It needs to be a lot simpler than that, which is why I'm saying it's hard to do all this when you're on the phone and driving. And then here you hit this, and it'll go back to the middle. You have your media mode, shows you again so many buttons to press. Again, it seems so much work. Look, if I want to go to the radio, I'm going to the radio. But if I want to change the tune, meaning I want to go to another station, I have to do this. And look at how stupid this is. Like, it's just retarded. Like, so it's not, I'm not saying this is bad. Like, I'm not complaining about the car. What I am saying is that this is pointless from a daily driver standpoint, because it makes it very difficult as a daily driver standpoint to be able to do all this on normal mode and just drive and act like everything's okay. So it makes it difficult. Then you have your settings, again, back to your AC, and then again, for no reason, just takes you to your map. The map's actually pretty good and works pretty decent. And again, then you go back to the center and then to your media, your USB drive, or whatever you want to listen to, and it keeps going. Cool? Kind of interesting, right? Very simple. Again, not a lot of storage, suede headliner throughout. And again, with the track pack, it makes the experience a lot better. But again, very difficult car to use as a daily driver in general. So now let's get out and I'll show you some more stuff. I can't even fucking get out of the car. Jesus Christ. This is the hardest part of the car. My mom couldn't even get out of it. She tried, and I gotta try to shut it down. All right, now that I've managed to get my fat ass out of the car, let's look here. Again, one of the cool things here, you see the carbon work. Look at the flakes in the paint, just striking. You know, but if you get close here and you actually put it down, you'll see the car just catches itself and then makes the window go up. Really cool. Soft close is a must on these cars, and carbon mirrors are also a must. This also has the lightweight wheels, which makes it really nice. And the tires are shot to shit based on being on the track recently. But anyhow, so this gives you a good idea of what the McLaren's all about and what the details are all about and how cool of a car it is. So, incredible car, absolutely. Incredible daily driver, not so much. Incredible car, absolutely. Incredible track car, yes. Incredible daily driver, no. Do I like this more than the Aston? The answer is no, because I like the Aston's balance. And the McLaren, while being very balanced on a track, I don't believe is a very balanced car for the street. And so I do appreciate the car very much. I think that this will be, and it will go down as one of the better cars I've owned and one of the more enjoyable cars, both in technology and everything else. Reliability still has to be seen because the car hasn't been around long enough to really justify if it is indeed reliable or so, or not quite. But you know what I will tell you is that it's one of these cars that you need to really unleash to get the better benefit of what the car is really about. Without it, it's kind of pointless, which works for me because in my garage, for me, I already have the Mazda and the Aston, which can be used on a daily basis. But this car, on the other hand, is more focused on a car you just take out on the weekends, you just have fun with, you go to car runs, you go to rallies, you have fun with your friends, and then you put it back in the garage and you don't feel bad for not driving it the following day. So it is beautiful. It is so far has been reliable. It does have some space. I don't know if I can show you this. I think I forgot to show you this. I don't even know if this works. You know, I got to figure out how to make it work. But yeah, I got to open this from the inside. I don't know how fucking thing. I don't know how they work. Oh, there we go. See, I figured it out. So the cool thing here, it doesn't have a latch. It's all magnetic, which is really, really cool. You see some room. I mean, there's more room than the Huracan. You know, you can put some nice 2-3 bags or a nice carry-on bag. Very, very lightweight again. You know, I think this is one of the keys with this car. Specifically awesome. And then this obviously latches. The one flaw in this boot, though, it's happened to a friend of mine. So these boots are magnetic, meaning they catch and then they hold. But it seems like they close, and sometimes they could not be latched. So you could drive off and suddenly shatters your windshield. So it's not necessarily a good thing, but it's very convenient and very well done from an aesthetic standpoint and a usability standpoint. So I hope you've enjoyed this review of the McLaren 570S, and I hope my view on it was somewhat subjective from a personality of someone who's owned many, many cars before. This has to be shut. Sorry, it doesn't grab, so I don't know why. There you go. So anyways, so that's kind of the reason why I love this car very much as a weekend car, not so much a daily car. And I hope many of you will continuously follow us on exoticcarhacks.com to learn more about the case study of this car and how we're going to be able to get in this car and out of this car for the exact same cost. At this point, you know, there is a 10K margin left on this car from the way we bought it. We were able to bring it down 10K below wholesale value. And so, but moving on, I'm not sure how the market for McLaren is going to be, so this is going to be a purely test car to see if I can get in and out of it completely free. But even if I can't, you have to assume that if I'm able to drive a brand new 2016 $250,000 car for less than $2,000 a month, I'm still happy inside. But that said, especially if it's fully under warranty, that said, my goal at Exotic Car Hacks is always to get you in and out of cars completely free or for a profit. And so I'm going to continuously work to bring you some additional case studies for insiders at exoticcarhacks.com. And I hope many of you will join us and will ask your questions in our Facebook group where we can discuss more of this car, as well as the Aston, the Maserati, and many of the other cars you'll come to see me review, both from a monetary standpoint, as well as both the review of a subjective owner, driver, and someone who just loves cars in general. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope that the fatness of myself stuck in a slide was not as bad as that has traumatized you and prevented you from seeing further videos. Please like this video. If you don't, I don't mind it. Just give me a big thumbs down for you're too fat to get on slides. Or at least subscribe to the channel, because I don't tell specifically when I drop content. I just make content whenever the hell I can find content. There's no specific thing I come out with you. This is not a business for me to make money, meaning like YouTube doesn't pay me anything. I don't run ads on my channel. I don't really care. I'm doing this because I love cars and I love teaching people about exotic cars. Exoticcarhacks.com is an incredible platform to learn about all this stuff. But for those of you who are too cheap to get on that, at the very least, you can learn here on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to receive my latest content. So I'll catch you guys next time on another Exotic Car Hacks video.